Good morning. Today is Sunday, December 9th, 12:40 p.m. It's about 30 degrees outside. So today I started a new channel. It's called Light at the End of the Tunnel. And that basically means for everybody that is struggling, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Um, I started this channel because basically I want to talk about how life really is beautiful, and that each and every day when you get up, you should be grateful and you should be feeling blessed that you're breathing the fresh air. We all come from different sides of the world, different places, but in reality, our struggles and our stories are all the same. It's what we do with it. I like to get up and I like to tell myself and others what I'm grateful for. I don't like to talk about the pity party and how life really sucks when it really doesn't. But it's decisions that we make in life. It's the people that we associate and affiliate ourselves with. It's being able to tell on ourselves when we're having some sort of struggle, mental, physical, emotion. And that's the first thing that you need to do, is be able to reach out to somebody and tell them what's going on in your life. You need to sit down with somebody that you can trust. You know, I don't always necessarily believe in talking and going to doctors, especially the ones that are only book smart, right? I like to talk to people that have lived my story and have been where I've been and done the things that I've done. It's so much easier to open up and talk to people that have lived in my reality. I struggled for 7.5, 8 years or so. And I finally got away from all those things that I used to do. I'm a recovering drug addict. I've been in recovery almost 26 months. I've improved my life. I cried to 7 people in the community one day. I just opened up and I had enough. It's when I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. Now I'm able to preach what I've learned because I live a different life. And it's not just about drugs and alcohol that I want to talk about. It's about any type of area in your life that you're struggling and how we can break it down, discuss ways to change our thinking, our behaviors, our thoughts, and our feelings. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to preach religion. I do believe in a higher power, whatever that might be. My higher power, honestly, is about enjoying the outside world, living life to the fullest, being able to make mistakes and overcome my mistakes. Anxiety, really, all it is fear. Okay? A lot of people have a lot of fear in their life, have a lot of anxiety, right? Most people are diagnosed with anxiety. But what are we really fearful of? Are we fearful of change? Are we fearful of helping others? Are we fearful of opening up to others and sharing what we're guilty of, or what's bothering us, or how life was in the past was bad? Everybody has their story. I have mine too. So with that in mind, today, what I want to talk about is being grateful. There's so many things in this world that we can be grateful of. There's so many things in life that we can cherish. I don't have all the answers. I work on myself every day, honestly. I wake up every morning and I tell myself I'm going to do one nice thing for somebody else and one nice thing for myself. So with that in mind, when you go do something nice for somebody else, it's not a matter of doing something and then getting gratitude. I don't need gratification for everything that I do. What makes me feel better is that I reached out and I helped somebody, no matter what the circumstance is. Like, for instance, you're walking down the street and you see these 2 females trying to bring in a couch inside the house and they're struggling with it. So what do? You go help them. You get it inside the house. They say thank you. You say you're welcome and you walk away. Or you see somebody that's homeless, right? You're already going into McDonald's right? They have this sign that they're looking for food or money or whatever, mostly money most of the time, because they want to. Most people that are homeless have some sort of struggle. A lot of it is addiction, drugs or alcohol. So what I don't do is I don't give the person money. What I'll do is I'll go into McDonald's and I'll buy them a cup of coffee and a sandwich, right? And I'll hand it right to them. That way they got something warm to drink in the wintertime and they got something to eat. I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to be able to do these things for other people without having to get gratification. But it makes me a better person to do that. Sharing is caring. So if anybody wants to join me in discussions about struggles or needs a little advice or needs to ask questions about where I've been and where I've come from, I'll be more than happy to answer any question that I can to the best of my ability, share my knowledge and my experience with anybody that wants to jump on board with me, have group conversations about addiction or about somebody struggling. It could be something in school, somebody's getting bullied. It could be, you know, you have low self-esteem, or it could be how you get away from addiction. What's the next step? Resources. I know where there's all kinds of resources that can help somebody resources. You don't always have to go to meetings. You don't have to go to meetings. You don't have to read the books, right? I suggest it. I'll never say not to. But I also believe in self-worth. What can I do today to make myself better as an individual, for me, and then for my community? What do I have to offer? First of all, what do you have to offer for yourself? Are you funny? Are you a good artist? Do you like to work out? Are you a good worker? There's so many things out there. I suggest working out and working full time and working out when you can. If you can't, work full time. I suggest eating proper. And the most important thing about suffering or in bad situations is to tell on yourself, right? That's what I had to do. I had to tell on myself. And then I really had to sit down and break down every single thing that I told on myself about. Why was my life unmanageable? What can I do to make my life better? These are certain steps that I have to take to accomplish a certain goal. I have a lot of goals that I need to accomplish. One of them was self-worth. What am I really worth? I'm worth a hell of a lot, more than I give myself credit for. All right? One of the biggest things that I do is try to help other people. Another thing that I do is I run a fishing channel and I make fun of myself, and I'm okay with that. And the people that do it with me are okay with me making fun of them because they make fun of me back, right? Life isn't always bad. Life is about improvement. What do we need to do to make our life better? The first thing that you really need to look at is how grateful you are that you are on this earth. Life does get better. It really, truly does. Like I said before, I don't always have everything that I want in life. That takes time. It's so much easier selling drugs. It's so much easier being an addict. It's so much easier making excuses. It's so much easier to lie, cheat, and deceive. It's so much easier to not do the right thing. It's so much easier to duck in and out of places so the cops don't catch you. But is it really that easy? I got sick and tired of having to look over my shoulder. I got sick and tired of where am I going to get my next fixed? Sick and tired of wondering if I was going to get told on. Sick and tired if I was going to prison. Right? I got sick and tired of all these things. I got sick and tired of neglecting my daughter. I got sick and tired of not being a family member and having my family members stay away from me, my loved ones that needed me the most. I got sick and tired of hurting people. And when I was doing all these things, You don't realize who you hurt. You don't care who you hurt. It's all about you, right? But in reality, it's not all about you. It's all about your disease, your sickness, your addiction, your suffering. I almost want to consider that the work of the devil. The devil is in so many places, right? It's everywhere as we go. But it's what you do with that. It's where you set up your barriers, your boundaries, put up your guard, talk about your issues, right? Now that I've gotten away from all the BS, I have my own place. I have my truck. All my bills are paid. I work full time. I've moved up in my work 3 times. I do what I need to do. And I feel like by me spreading my word, it's giving other people the opportunity to listen to my stories, try to help somebody else that's struggling, that has hardships, and try to give them encouragement to be able to go tell on themselves when they're struggling. With that said, I'm going to stop this. And I want everybody to know that is struggling out there. There really is light at the end of the tunnel. My name is Jeff LaRouche. I just started this channel on YouTube. I also own my own fishing channel. It's called Jeff and Bobby's Fishing Channel. It's hilarious. Y'all have a good afternoon. And if you like what I have to say, subscribe to my channel. It's free. And I'll figure out how to do an open live conversation with those that need my help. You have a good afternoon.